my father died after a short illness of fever, he just passed on and went to be with the Lord. I was like 6 years old when my father died. Yeah, and my younger siblings were just still very young. It was painful to lose a dad who was like everything to us. When dad died, we just learned to take situations as they were and move on. It was hard to deal with, and it was also hard to live a life that you've never lived before. We were living in a grass-thatched house which came down almost immediately, and we had nowhere to stay, but we learned to thank God for everything and hoped that one day the Lord whom we served would answer our prayers.
Hundreds of children who are orphaned by HIV and AIDS in the Suba area. The children come here with various backgrounds of loss, pain and grief, having lost their only defense and protection and love at very, very tender ages. But we praise God that when they come to Gethsemane Garden, they find a new home, a new loving environment and education, and that is able to give them hope for a future.
God answered my prayer in 2003. I was informed that I was going to join Gethsemane Garden Christian Center. With Gethsemane Garden, life is what I always dreamt it to be, which brings hope where seemed to be no hope and light beyond. And to me, it's like a voice that called me from deep inside poverty to bring me to where God intended to be. And I know that my future will not be as my past, because I've been empowered and given the education which I believe is the greatest empowerment to a bright future.
Monica is a typical example of what Gethsemane Garden Christian Center is meant to do in the life of an orphan child. First, we rescue children. And once we rescue them from the villages where they are left hopeless and in pain, then when they are here, we equip them. And we equip them spiritually, academically, socially, and then the next is we launch them out. We send them to the world. Already we have 41 students out there who having graduated here last year. Our students perform in local and national tests. They are the top of the rank. It is in the center of God's heart to take care of orphans and widows in their sufferings. Through Gethsemane, binding up the broken hearts of children who lost so much, traumatized at very tender ages. And while here, the broken pieces are put together.
Gethsemane, to many of us, is like restored hope. When we come to Gethsemane, personally like myself, when we've lost parents, you are low, you are dejected, you feel like life will never be the same. But after joining Gethsemane, to you, you don't feel orphan. Like I'm not alone anymore, because I feel I have a family that had been torn apart and you're brought together. It's excited, you're happy, you just feel like everything is okay.